In a quiet village surrounded by tall blue mountains lived a 17-year-old boy named Rafi. Everyone in the village had a label for him: slow, lazy, good for nothing. His father worked from sunrise to sunset. His mother prayed for him every night. But Rafi simply moved through life as if everything was heavier for him than for others. He wasn't bad. He wasn't careless. He was just tired of failing at even the simplest things. One evening, after yet another day of small failures piling up like stones on his chest, Rafi sat by the river, throwing pebbles into the water. Each splash felt like a tiny echo of his own disappointments. An old shepherd walked by with his flock and noticed the sadness on Rafi's face. "Why do you look so defeated, young one?" he asked softly. Rafi replied, "Because I'm always late for everything. The sun rises before I'm ready. The day ends before I've done anything. I feel like I'm losing to the world before I even begin." The shepherd smiled, a smile filled with years of quiet understanding. "Then race the sun," he said simply. Rafi blinked. "Race the sun? That's impossible." The shepherd looked at the sky and said, "Impossible is just the name people give to things they never try." Those words hit Rafi like a spark landing on dry wood. Before dawn the next morning, Rafi stood alone in the cold, staring at the horizon. He whispered to himself, "Just once, let me win something. Let me win against myself." As the sky slowly brightened, Rafi ran, barefoot, breathless, heart pounding like a drum. He ran harder than he ever had, but the sun rose fast, bursting into the sky with golden fire. Rafi lost. He collapsed into the grass, chest burning, legs shaking, but there was a small smile on his face, because even though he lost, he had never run that fast in his life. For once, he didn't feel slow. He felt alive. The next morning, Rafi woke up before the first bird began to sing, and he ran again. Then he ran the next day, and the next, and the next. Every morning he pushed himself, not to defeat the sun, but to defeat yesterday's Rafi. His legs grew stronger, his breathing steadier, his doubts quieter. People in the village still laughed at him, still called him slow, still expected nothing from him. But Rafi had stopped listening to them. He had started listening to the rhythm of his own footsteps and to the tiny improvements he felt every morning. One morning, something felt different. Rafi stood at his usual starting spot, and the world felt silent, clear, focused. The sky turned purple as the sun prepared to rise. Rafi took a deep breath. "Today, I run for me," he whispered. And he sprinted, faster than fear, faster than doubt, faster than every voice that ever told him he couldn't. The horizon exploded with orange and gold as the sun rose fiercely. But for a brief, shining moment, Rafi stood in its light before the sun fully climbed over the mountains. He hadn't outrun the sun completely, but he had outrun the version of himself who believed he would fail. He dropped to his knees, eyes filled with tears of pride. Behind him, the old shepherd appeared again, smiling knowingly. "Well," the old man asked, "did you beat the sun?" Rafi shook his head, breathing heavily. "No," he said softly, "I beat who I was yesterday." The shepherd nodded. "And that, young one, is how you win every day." Moral of the story: you don't need to be the fastest. You don't need to reach the top today. You just need to take one step faster than the person you were yesterday. That's how ordinary people turn into legends. Thanks for watching. Like this video, subscribe the channel, and never miss upcoming videos in future.